You've probably heard it already. The narrative is tilting toward the Chiefs, not because they've been flawless, far from it, but because Baltimore's problems are the exact kinds of problems Kansas City can exploit. The Ravens have been putting up points, 30, 41, 40 through 3 games. But underneath those box score numbers lives a trench problem, a predictability problem, and lately, a ball security problem with Derrick Henry that no opponent can ignore. Here's the quick read. Baltimore's offense still produces, but the line is shaky and personnel usage telegraphs plays. When Henry's on the field, it's almost always a run. When he comes off, it's almost always a pass. That predictability gives a smart defense an edge. Add in a backup rotation where explosive options like Keaton Mitchell have been inactive, and you've got game planning gold for Andy Reid and the Chiefs staff. On the Chiefs side, yes, there are questions. Wide receiver depth has been tested. Rashee Rice is out for a stretch, and Travis Kelce isn't the same physical weapon he was a few seasons ago. But Mahomes still makes big plays, and if the Chiefs can resurrect even a serviceable run game, they suddenly become harder to stop. And if Kansas City's defense can force turnovers, punch the ball out like they do, this tilt becomes a shove. Let's dig into the Ravens' offense, because this is where the Chiefs' opportunity really sits. On paper, Baltimore should feel confident. They've scored in bunches, but the offensive line has been a problem for years, and right now, it's giving Lamar Jackson very little consistent protection. Against the Lions, he was sacked 7 times. 7. Think about that. Lamar, one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the league, looked unusually constrained. Detroit laid out a blueprint: rush with a strong front, assign spies, and limit escape lanes. The Chiefs' coaching staff is absolutely studying that film. Then there's Derrick Henry. If you told me before the season Henry would be coughing the ball up weekly, I wouldn't believe it. Yet he's had multiple fumbles early, after virtually no history of that over the previous seasons. That's more than a concern. It's a real target. The Chiefs have a group that hunts the ball. Nick Bolton has built a reputation for punching out footballs. Expect every tackle to be eyed like a chance to flip the script. Beyond that, Baltimore's tendencies are a coaching gift. When Henry is in, defenses can bet on the run. When Justice Hill is in, they can expect a pass. That kind of predictability won't hold up against disciplined teams like Kansas City. Combine that with Keaton Mitchell's mysterious absence and personnel questions around Pat Ricard and Isaiah Likely, and you've got a team that can light up scoreboards but still be vulnerable in the right matchup. So yes, the Ravens can score, but their house has cracks. If the Chiefs apply pressure and the right spy schemes, those 30 and 40-point outputs suddenly seem less inevitable. Now flip it over to the Chiefs' offense. I'll be honest, it hasn't looked like the Chiefs we remember. It's felt sluggish and limited. Receiver depth is thin, Rashee Rice is out, Hollywood Brown has been up and down, and rookies like Jalen Royals are still finding the speed of the league. Travis Kelce, still elite, isn't the unstoppable mismatch he was a few years back. Yet even with all that, Mahomes continues to produce chunk plays. He's still connecting on deep shots and improvising when protection breaks down. There's one eyebrow-raising stat. For a moment early in the season, Mahomes was the team's leading rusher. That tells you the offense has been forced to rely on his ability to create with his legs. But here's the wrinkle that could flip this game. Baltimore has shown run-defense problems. The Lions ripped off big runs. If the Chiefs can get even a modest rushing attack going, consistent 4 or 5-yard gains, it forces the Ravens to defend the box and opens. Space for play action and the deep shots Mahomes loves. Isaiah Pacheco has the burst to make that happen. He needs vision and blocking to match. If Kansas City's offensive line can handle the Ravens' front, even situational running could change play calling and the feel of the game. Andy Reid isn't going to abandon his offense, but a balanced approach here, a few more runs, smartly mixed, could be the winning formula. This game will come down to a handful of matchups and several X factors that swing momentum fast. Here are the things I'm watching and why they matter. First, the Chiefs' D-line and linebackers versus the Ravens' offensive line and Derrick Henry. If Kansas City can generate pressure without overcommitting, effective four-man pressure and strong edge discipline, they can force Lamar into quicker decisions and make Henry earn yards on short fields. Nick Bolton hunting for the ball is huge. One forced fumble changes play calling and confidence immediately. Second, Lamar's mobility versus the Chiefs' pass rush. Lamar still creates outside the pocket better than most quarterbacks in the league. The Lions showed a method that worked: keep a spy, stack the box, and cut off his scramble lanes. The Chiefs must balance containment and pressure. Too much of one and Lamar will punish you. Too much of the other and he'll escape. This chess match will decide a lot. Third, edge matchups and interior control. There's worry about injuries like Namdi Matabik and Matabik on the Ravens' side. If those guys are limited, Kansas City can win inside with better push and give Pacheco lanes while protecting Mahomes. If Baltimore gets healthier up front, the Chiefs' OL must be ready to match up. Fourth, special teams. Harrison Butker has missed kicks early in the season, which turns what should be auto points into pressure on play calling late. If kicks and field position wobble, close games tilt fast. Don't sleep on special teams being the difference between a tie and a loss. Fifth, availability and depth. If Worthy's shoulder is limited or Royce Freeman-style options get used, it shifts the passing distribution. If Keaton Mitchell plays for Baltimore, unpredictability increases. Those small swings matter. Sixth, coaching adjustments. This is a game where mid-game changes will likely determine the winner. Who adapts faster, Andy Reid or John Harbaugh, will matter. You'll want to see who recognizes mismatches and attacks them sooner. So where does that leave for us? Here are 3 keys the Chiefs have to execute to win. Control the line of scrimmage. If Creed Humphrey and the interior can dominate, we get running lanes and better pockets. Pacheco needs manageable gains, and Mahomes needs clean time to throw. Execution in the red zone. Settling for field goals will make this a one-possession game that favors a dynamic Ravens offense. The Chiefs need touchdowns inside the 20. That means being aggressive on 4th downs where Reid trusts the matchup. Make Lamar win with his arm. You can't eliminate his legs entirely, but force him into uncomfortable throws where the Chiefs' DBs can contest. Play smart spying and load the box intelligently. Make Lamar beat you from the pocket. My prediction? A close Chiefs win, 27-23. Why that score? Kansas City's defense forces at least 1 turnover, the Chiefs convert enough red zone chances into touchdowns, and Pacheco finds a couple of runs that matter. Mahomes makes 1 or 2 improvised magic plays. The A. Ravens will hit a few big plays, and they always do. But because of the turnovers and red zone execution, the Chiefs hold on. Now I want you to weigh in. Do you think the Chiefs should commit more to the run, or let Mahomes sling it and play shootout? Type run or pass in the comments. Also drop your final score prediction. We'll feature the best takes in our post-game breakdown. Before we close, 2 quick asks. If you like this breakdown and want more content like it, subscribe. We're pushing to hit 5,000 subscribers, and that goal helps us bring more timely, detailed Chiefs analysis. Hit like if you agreed with any of the keys I called out, and ring the bell so you don't miss the post-game analysis. Share this with your Chiefs friends so we can grow the community and keep the conversation rolling. Final thought, this game will test patience. The Ravens will make plays, the Chiefs might start slow, but if Kansas City balances the attack, wins the line battles, and keeps composure late, they walk out with a statement win. Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Who's your MVP and why? Drop it in the comments and let's get the debate started.